The art of a slow morning looks different from person to person, and also for each person, that could look different throughout the years, weeks, days, and stages of life. I know this current version of my slow morning looked different a couple of years ago. I've always loved tea, and it's something I've enjoyed for a while. My tea journey has evolved through the years, learning what flavors I like, enjoying everything that comes with it. The mugs, the teapots, the strainers, the little spoons. But the one thing that I have learned through this tea journey was the art of slow. Carefully picking out the tea, understanding what temperature it needs to be, how long it needs to be steeped, and usually that takes at least 5 minutes. And then on top of that, waiting for it to cool down to where you can drink it. And I think the magic happens right in between there, that time where you kind of are forced to fill it. And in my case, I'm fortunate and grateful that that time is filled in with either a good book or either a deep or even a light conversations with my hubby as he takes his art of a slow morning with a cup of coffee. And we are so fortunate to do it together. And recently, he found his passion for drawing. And I thought, why don't I join him with my journaling? To be able to share the same space and time with him while he's sketching and while I'm journaling, while at times not talking, and then there were moments of laughter and then also deep conversations. And I feel so fortunate to be able to do that with my husband. And actually, speaking about the husband, I thought it would be nice to hear his thoughts about, his recent passion and how he found it in our little journaling session. So, hey babe, I got the hubby here. We could kind of chat about our little journaling session. Hi.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
This is the hubby. And so we had a little journaling session. This is the very first time that we had anything like it.
Yes.
Usually when we're at the table, it's either, I don't think I ever brought like my journal or notebook onto the table. It was more of just talking, word puzzles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so this was definitely a different experience.
Very different.
And it was fun.
It was actually fun.
How did you like it? Like, did you enjoy the little journaling session? I mean, I know like you were sketching. I guess first off, let's talk about like where did you know that you like to draw? Where did it start? When did it start? And I guess we'll go from there.
Yeah, it actually started when I was a little kid. I really loved sketching and drawing, but it kind of went away.
Do you think the reason why it went away was, I don't know, maybe you didn't have time or moment to really sit down and be creative? I mean, I know for me, like when I was little, I enjoyed journaling or being creative. So I was always making things and doing things. So do you think like maybe that's the reason why growing up, it's just you didn't have that space or time to really dedicate yourself to it?
I'm still little, and I forgot about it.
And you kind of just didn't really pay attention to it.
I didn't pay attention to it. Just kind of like, you know what?
And
I
plus,
want to do something else.
Right. Well, I mean, recently, I was actually pretty surprised when you busted out your traveler's notebook. I know I gave you those traveler's notebook a long time ago, and I know you've been like, writing down. You've been wanting to do it and wanting to kind of be into your traveler's notebook. And so I was actually surprised to see you one day right next to me, and you had your like traveler's notebook in hand, and I kind of like laughed and giggled because I was like, why do you have your traveler's notebook in your hand?
Yeah, I actually wanted to start something that I've been wanting to do years ago.
Right.
But never had that motivation.
Right.
So,
what do you think inspired it?
I mean, I see you every day holding your traveler's notebook, so it's like
you wanted to join in.
Well, something like that.
You wanted to join my club, my 1-member club.
There you go. Well, something like that, but something that I've been wanting to do all these years, and I guess that spark actually.
Yeah.
Well,
it makes me happy because now I got a journaling, sketching buddy, and I feel like we can do a lot more of this. I'm excited that we can like continue.
Yeah, definitely, because I really want to do it every day.
Yeah. Now, this is a very serious and important question that I'm going to ask you. And I need like the truth.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay.
What would you rate the new passport size traveler's notebook that I made you?
Dang, are you serious? Are you serious?
Like, I want to know, like, 1 out of 10, like, how, like, in love are you with that traveler's notebook?
Man, 11, definitely. I love that notebook. Man, I would carry that notebook every single time because I really love that notebook.
Well, that's good to hear. Well, I guess, guys, I'll continue this conversation another time. Hopefully in the future we'll see more of the hubby.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, I'm excited for that. So, well, thank you for chatting with me, and I guess, guys, he'll see you in the next one. All right, so I want to go ahead and continue this because I want to catch you guys up on my February, what I've been up to with my February journals and notebooks and what I've, I guess, added, haven't been doing. So I will meet you guys at my desk. All right, so we are back at my desk. So this is going to be my February check-in. It's going to be my second check-in since starting YouTube, which is kind of crazy. February has gone so fast, but it is a short month. So I wanted to go ahead and kind of go over my journals and planners, see what's new, what stuck, what hasn't been working for me, and then we'll go from there. And then we will also set up for March. So just a disclaimer, if you do end up hearing anything in the background, it's just my family doing normal family things. I usually do not film on Saturday or Sunday. I usually only film when the kids are at school, because I don't like having to like tell everybody to be quiet, or I just don't like doing that. So usually I don't film on weekends unless, like, say for example, a check-in falls on a Saturday, which today is March 1st. And so obviously I can't film this until I'm done with February or the month prior. So just in advance, just letting you guys know, if you guys do end up hearing anything, that's what's happening. So, okay, let us get started. So let me go ahead and clear this up because it looks like a lot and I feel like it's a lot. And I will go more into detail on what's happening. Okay, let me go ahead and put this aside. And I feel like I will put this in the order that I want to talk about. I obviously will leave this last because this is the main thing. And let's start with this. Okay, so if you've seen my other January check-in, there were a couple of notebooks and planners that we were doing, and I do still have the same ones. So first off, this is my monthly planner. I did switch this out from a traveler's notebook. I swapped it out, and so I am in this Louis Vuitton PM agenda, which I actually took out the rings and made it into a traveler's notebook so I can actually use my traveler's company monthly insert, which I actually do prefer. I love this size for on the go. And so I guess not to get into like too much detail on each setup because then that would make the video super, super long. But I just usually have my monthly calendar here and then a cotton insert, which houses my like medical cards, restaurant cards, punch cards, just any extra cards that I need to have on me that I don't necessarily need in my wallet. And yeah, so this is my on the go monthly. I just put anything that I need to put in there. I have my monthly calendar, which I have for appointments, and I usually keep it here. I tried using a phone and it just didn't work for me. I prefer a physical paper calendar. And so I use this for when I'm making appointments, when I'm out and about, or if I need to make notes, it's here. And then I transfer that information over to our family monthly calendar, which is also a monthly or a paper calendar that's on our refrigerator. So everybody knows what's going on or when there's an appointment. And so nothing has changed. You don't want to, I'm obviously going to set this up off camera because really it's just my appointments, but I did want to include it that, this is still in my lineup. Okay, next up. So recently, you guys know I love my Midori MDA7 notebook, which is what I use for my grocery list. Now, I have it in here because I had recently customized it. I cut down a traveler's notebook, standard size, and made a traveler's notebook cover for it. And it's super cute. And so I have it in this bag because I have recently customized it and I don't want to show you guys because that video has not released yet. And so it's in here and I'm going to go off camera, take it out of the bag, and then I'm going to open it up to where we need to be. And usually I like to add this into my catch up because this is so last time we went over, because I do use this for my grocery list and my to-do list. And I love this little notebook. And so for February, interesting enough, you will see in my Hobonichi weeks when we go over it. So last month, we just went ahead and added some stickers to it. But for February, I like to put our menu plan just so when we're out and about and I'm buying the ingredients, and if that ingredients is unavailable, I have kind of a go-to list of what we're actually having for that month. And then if that ingredient is not there, I can look, okay, what meal was that for? And then I could kind of make changes if need be. Because sometimes when I'm at the grocery store and I'm like, oh, they don't have the ranch dressing, so we're not going to be able to eat a meal, but sometimes I don't remember. So it's always good that I have a menu plan in this notebook to refer to for those times. And I also have like my to buy list. So I love this little notebook. It stays with me. And so February, I only actually menu planned once this month. And I don't think it's because it's a short month. I think for the month of February, it was a very real low energy month for me as far as health wise. I just wasn't, I didn't have enough energy to do a lot of the things that I want to do in the month. And it's one of those things where I just have to listen to my body and listen to my health. And so February was a month of takeouts, and that's okay. I'm not upset about it, but it's funny because now that I've been really documenting my things, I feel like I can kind of understand and connect the dots and see how it does affect just my daily, how my health and my energy does affect the things that I'm doing. And so February, I actually we menu planned for I think at least 2 or 3 weeks. And since it was a month of eating out, we still have a lot of these meals that we are rolling over to March, which is good because then we're going to spend a little bit less for March menu planning, which, girl math, we're saving money. Even though we spent too much money on takeout February. But girl math, for March, we're going to spend less on menu planning because we have, meals for March already there. And so all we have to do actually is I just want to add a couple of stickers in here, and that will be good for this. And I feel like because this is a very big space, I'm going to go ahead and go into my sticker book of people, and I think I'm just going to grab, I guess, maybe the first pretty sticker. I can't say pretty because all of them are pretty. I like the colors of this. So let's do this. So what I like to do is I like to add stickers to my pages after the fact, just so it kind of adds more interest to it. I don't add it before, but I do it after, so I can just use up my stickers and add and make the pages really pretty. And so this month I might want to add maybe like a floral. Maybe we can add a floral in there or something. Maybe like a basket. Oh, that's cute. It kind of matches. It goes together. Okay. And then for this spot, we're just going to maybe add something right here. And it's funny because I actually had everything on here but the 28th. And funny enough, we didn't even, we cooked something, but it was something really simple because we were all full. So we actually had a egg and cream cheese bagel sandwich, which is our go-to when we're kind of hungry but not really hungry, where we don't really need a full meal. And I just want to put a sticker here and a sticker here. Let's do more florals because I feel like I need to start using more of these florals. So I'm going to use these because I don't like to use this in my journaling because they are actually really thick. If you can see, they're like bubbly. And so I don't like to put it in my journal because it adds too much bulk. But I'm manifesting spring, so let's put some spring elements. Oh, that's cute. I like how that looks. That works out. That's really cute. Okay, and then this was my buy list. So again, let's go with another person, but maybe a smaller person. Let's go with this person right here. This little playing the trumpet, I think. Let's go with that one. Okay. Yeah, I think that's cute. And I think maybe like a washi. Something super simple. Let's go with this one. It's the first thing that I saw. There we go. Cute. And so this one will start for March, and I will draw a calendar for the meals, and then we'll go from there. So that's it. Super easy. Like I said, really nothing much because it was a month of takeout. All right, let me put that away. Let me hide this so you guys can't see what I did with it. All right, so next up, let's see what else. Okay. Now let's go over to this stack. Now this stack right here, this stack right here, this is my fitness journal. This is an Archer and Olive extra large pocket notebook, which I love. And I spent a week setting this up for my fitness tracker. This is my Take a Note A6 notebook 2025 that I use for a health tracker. And then here is my 5-year diary. This is a limited edition one from MD. I like this size. It's a little bit bigger than an A6 size, or maybe it is an A6 size. But I like it because it only has like a couple of lines for you to write. And I use it as my gratitude journal. Okay, first things first, let's go off with this one. So this is my health planner. I don't go into it every single day. My intentions were that I would go in there every single day to write like anything that I'm feeling, my husband's symptoms and all that stuff. The intentions were there, but honestly, I feel like this is just going to be a go-to planner if I need it. And so I feel like I won't be replacing this in a year. I will just probably most likely just keep this, the 2025, and just reuse the pages for year after year. And it'll just be a notebook that I will go into if I need to, when I need to. For some reason, I'm not very good at tracking a lot of my health stuff, unfortunately. I don't know, maybe it'll change as I get older, but right now, it's just not something that I really am upkeeping, honestly. So, but it stays on my desk, so I see it, because if I don't put it on my desk and it's on my shelf, that signals to me that it's not something that I'm going to be using. So this stays on my desk because I do want to use it for that. Okay, and then up next is my fitness tracker. Now, last month I was debating on if I would keep my fitness tracking in here or in my Hobonichi weeks, because my Hobonichi weeks is basically my life in a yearbook, and I do everything in this book, which is what I prefer. It's just a lot easier for me. I like everything all in one. And so I did end up, because I was so excited about this notebook, I did end up setting this up as a fitness tracker, and I drew all the things that I needed to draw into this thing. And for January, I would say the most, yes, I did upkeep everything. I was in it every single day, logging everything in. Now, and I don't know if it's because it's a new year, it's January, it's one of those things that we're excited about. And so we're more like keen to like, okay, we're going to do this and track it. But I know myself, and it's a journey, a learning process for myself. And so I debated if I wanted to keep it here, if I wanted to put it here. And of course, I was like, I'm just going to keep it in here because I've already set it up. Now, unfortunately, the last entry that I had in this was, let's see, is this January? Let me go into February. Here we go. My last entry was the 9th of February. I did not upkeep it. I have been just logging it into my Hobonichi weeks because I'm in that every single day. And so I don't know. I hate to admit it that I might have to abandon this because now I feel like I'm doing double work and it's more homework. But it makes me sad because I set it up for the whole year and I don't know what to do about that. I may just keep it like this and maybe use it as a junk journal and cover the pages and then junk journal in this. That is probably what I'm going to do because like I said, I love this notebook. It's just a shame that I'm not keeping up with it. And so, yeah, but it's still going to be used. I just need to figure out how I'm going to reuse this because it's such a shame, right? But I got to be true to myself. Like, I don't want it to feel like homework, right? I want to be able to do something and enjoy it. And if it's not bringing me joy, if I'm not excited anymore, then that means I might just have to abandon it. So this looks like it's going to be leaving my lineup. Okay, now here's the tricky one. This is my 5-year as a gratitude, and I want to use this as that and continue to use it as that. However, I was doing really well, but my last entry on here was on the 16th, right? And so, I mean, it's not too bad. It's 2 weeks behind. So I might just continue. I probably am just going to push through because I haven't been writing anything like gratitude wise in my Hobonichi weeks. And so I might just have to realize that some days I'm just going to have to backlog, and that's okay. And in this case, that I'm okay to do that with this one. And I'm just going to have to reference my Hobonichi weeks to see what I did that day, and then kind of draw it or try to pull up, you know, something that day that I can be grateful for. So I'm going to continue this. I will continue trying it because I do want to finish. I do want to be able to have all 5 years in here, and I have to, like, I feel like I want to go ahead and continue with this. So I will. And I guess to share a couple of entries on here. Okay, so I can share like the 14th of February, obviously, is Valentine's Day. We don't really make a huge thing about it. We usually just celebrate it as a family because that's something that I know from time to time my husband will like get me flowers or chocolates and stuff like that, and I do appreciate it, but I want it to be a family event for us because I feel like they are my forever Valentines, no matter every year after year. And so we always usually do a family thing. So this day we did I asked the kids what they wanted for Valentine's Day, and they said they wanted pizza and Starbucks. So that's what we did. We ordered pizza and Starbucks for them. And then we had crab legs as well, which is something that I love. It's my favorite food is crab legs. I can probably eat that every single day and I am fine. That and fried chicken and fries, like those three. And so, yeah, so that's what we had. And that was a great little memory and something that I'm grateful for to be able to have forever Valentines. So, yeah, okay. So that's that. So this is staying in my little lineup, okay? So we're not saying goodbye to that. Okay, next up is, let me put this in the little baggie because I'm going to forget about it and then I'm going to end up showing you guys later on. Okay, and so I'd like to talk about some new things that are actually coming into my lineup because I am in the process of using up my traveler's notebook. If you haven't seen my last video about saw my video about my struggles with traveler's notebook, it is something that I am cautiously that it is something, that's not the word that I'm looking for, that I am trying to make sure I try to use my traveler's notebook. And so I have a whole video about it that's releasing soon. So I'm not going to touch too much on this because I do have 2 separate videos on it already that will be releasing sometime, hopefully I think in March or maybe in April, I'm not sure, but it's on my schedule. But I do have a media journal / junk journal and then a tea journal. So these 2 are brand new and coming into the lineup, and I will be talking more about that. Hopefully by the end of March I could dive into more of this. Just waiting for the videos to release. So I'm going to put that aside. Okay, before we get into the main planner, I do want to mention that I do have a social media planner that I use for my YouTube videos. And it's funny because I never thought that I would actually be in a planner phase in my life. I thought I was kind of done with that because I used a lot of planners for my careers. And so now that I'm back in a planner, I'm like, okay, trying to figure out what works for me. And so being me responsible, I'm trying to use up all my notebooks. What I ended up doing was I ended up reusing this A6 Hobonichi 2024 Hone to do that. Now, because it's reused, I did already have things, pages used up. And so I was just working with the blank pages. And it was, although because it's only a monthly and a daily, I needed something to, I guess, supplement for like my ideas. I needed more pages. And then it got really crazy on the monthly page. So I ended up putting this together for my monthly. And it was just getting too much. I just did not like having all that stuff in 3 different books. I prefer having everything all in one, especially on a certain subject / category. In this case, the YouTube videos or social media. And so what I ended up doing was I was like, you know what? The only thing that I can think of, and I would just have to just abandon this and just be done with it and maybe use it as a junk journal. I don't know, but there's sometimes there comes a time where I have to go with convenience versus trying to be responsible with reusing a whole bunch of stuff if it doesn't work out for me, because then it just kind of makes my life a little bit harder, and I don't want that. And so what I ended up doing, because if you see my other video, the many ways or the many uses I use with my Hobonichi weeks, I have a ton of Hobonichi weeks that is actually unused, or maybe like a page or two is unused. So I decided to go ahead and just put all of that and just put all the media planning into this Hobonichi weeks, which I absolutely love. I'll give you guys a glimpse. I use the yearly to track, stuff, and then I use my monthly. I'll show you this one because it's already, all these videos are already released. But I use the monthly to track and to schedule out all the videos that I'm going to release. And so this is January and February. I use my weekly pages as a to-do list on what to do. And so that's what I love about the week. This, as far as for what I need it for, is I'm able to list right here of what I'm actually doing each day, and then my to-do list here. And it makes it so much easier and so much better. And then I also use the back pages as a tracker for the series for my videos, like my journal with me's. And it's just a little bit easier for me to be more organized on, like, if I do my shorts and reels, these are the ideas, I can list it all down. And so I have all my series, that I have all the videos that I'm doing. So it's all there. So I love using the Hobonichi weeks. Now, my issue with this now is that I have made these beautiful pages. Let me show you. Like, I've made like this right here, the little cover page for that. I've made my journal with me series. And all these are running lists, right? My issue is I don't want to have to rewrite all of this into a brand new book come next year. And so I have, in the background, been trying to figure out how to do that to where I can take out the pages out of here. And I have came up with a solution. I'm just giving you a quick peek, but I have came up with a solution, and that's all I'm showing you. That is all I'm showing you, but I am working in the background trying to figure out how to make this work for me. So look out for the video for that. It's still in the works. There's still different things that I'm trying to figure out what to do, but I feel like once I figure that out, I will definitely share it with you guys. Okay, for the grand finale, we have my Hobonichi weeks. Now, this is my go-to planner journal for my life. Everything is in this book. I house my Hobonichi weeks in this traveler's notebook. In case you haven't seen any of my videos, this is a traveler's notebook, standard size, that I cut down to fit my Hobonichi weeks. I have it secured by a MD band. It is a B6 size band to connect the Hobonichi weeks on here, like so. Now, let us go through what has been happening in February, which I'm actually excited because, I don't know, I love doing this type of video, because it's so cool to just kind of go through what I've been up to. All right, so here's my 2025. And for February, we had picked this sticker as one of my favorite stickers. Now, I know first we started out as months and themes, but I decided to just utilize this space to just kind of put a favorite sticker. So we'll set that up after this. And so let's go ahead and turn to February. Now for the monthly plan, I use it as a what we ate for dinner, because I have my other one that does have a menu or a monthly calendar to show what we planned, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's what we're going to eat that day. And so I like to use this calendar to really show, okay, what we ate that day. So I love this. So what I do is I just kind of at first just set it up, and then as I go through the days, I will add different stickers based on what we ate. And so just to kind of go through, you guys want to see a little how it turned out. It's super cute. Now we did try a new recipe this month. I try to do a new recipe each month so I can add it to my go-to meals. And that is a beef enchilada recipe. Now there's a lot of beef enchilada recipes that we've tried in the past, but this one, we really liked it. And so that's definitely going into our go-to recipes that we're going to add in rotation. Our favorite meal of the month was obviously the crab legs, because we had it on Valentine's Day, and then we also had it the first week because I couldn't wait till Valentine's Day. And so I told my husband, I was like, I really want crab legs. So we actually ate it the week prior as well. So yeah, I was spoiled this February. And I like to include what we're not trying again. And actually nothing this month. I know last month we said that we weren't going to try Panda Express, but it was a certain type of food from Panda Express. And so we did eat a couple times at Panda Express, and we chose not to get that beef meal. And so far, so good. On repeat, it's takeout. This February on repeat was takeout. We, Culver's, we went to Costco. What else? Jet's Pizza. We had Wingstop. We have Culver's again. We had Jet's Pizza. We had, let's see, what else? Pizza, Wingstop, Panda Express. So yeah, it is what it is. Sometimes, you just have to take out. So that is what it's, and we went takeout 10 times. So it's all good though. I'm just glad that, we can get takeout, because actually takeout is super expensive. If we want to talk about it's super expensive. Is it something that I want to do? No, not necessarily, because it's more expensive than actually eating at home. But you just got to do what you got to do, right? Okay, now let's get into the weekly. Now let me find February. Okay, here we go. So this is the start of February. Now, if you are new to my channel, this is how I journal. I like to document my day with my stickers, and I love doing it this way. My memory is really, really bad, and I try to actually journal every single day. Some days it takes me a day or two, or 2 to 3 days, and when it gets to that, it's really rough trying to recall things, and so I try to keep it every single day. And so this is how I like to document my days. I'm just using stickers, and just kind of documenting. And a lot of these things are repetitive things, and that's because I'm retired, and so a lot of the things that I do is the same things. So being able to use these stickers allows me to kind of express my creativity with the repetitive things through different types of stickers. And I try to do with different fonts that I'm trying to do. So all right, so this is the start of February, so that is the week. I'm just gonna kind of go like this so you guys can see how it looked. Next page, the first full week in February. And I feel like I always try to do like my favorite sticker of the month. And let's see. And I guess I'll let you guys know after we got into the last week. Here's the second week, February. Super cute. And that's one thing too that I want to say is that if you're picking stickers and you're journaling with it, make sure you pick stickers that you're going to actually use that pertains to how you journal. Before, I wasn't very mindful of that. I would just get pretty stickers or whatnot, but then it was hard for me to incorporate it into my my journaling. And now that I'm journaling this way, like I know I like to eat or journal and do things, so I also make sure that I get the stickers that I can actually lay down on my page. And so there's that page. I think this one's really pretty. I like the color combo that I picked. This one was more, well, I would say this is kind of like almost the same color scheme. It's like a darker color scheme. So here we go. Next page. This was fun. And what I've been kind of experimenting is kind of overlapping, going out of my lines to kind of make it doesn't seem like it's going like this. I kind of want it to blend in together. So I've been slowly been kind of melting into the other day. So that's been fun to do. And I think this is the last page. Yep. And this is today. So I would say my favorite sticker for the month. Now I always go to like the food stickers, but I feel like I do like this one. I think that's a really nice mug sticker. And this one, I think this is really pretty. I like that sticker. Super cute. So I would say like a highlight of the month, I would say probably Valentine's Day, obviously. And also another highlight of the month is, I believe it was on, oh, right here, was on Saturday the 15th. I hit 1,000 subs, which triggered me getting monetized on YouTube. So that was a very, very exciting day because after 27 days of being on YouTube, I've hit that landmark, which is insane to me. And I'm super, super grateful for everybody who is watching, liking, subscribing. It's crazy. And it just tells me that you guys do like what I'm the content. So it makes me feel good. Like, okay, I'm just not rambling to air, even if I was, but it feels nice. So thank you, everybody. And oh, and I do like that too. I like that sticker. Okay, so let's go into the journaling pages. Now, for February, I actually only journaled. So here's my February page. What I like to do is I use the blank pages in the back to journal when I feel like journaling, because I don't journal every day. I do like to document my day every day, but I don't like to journal every day because I'm just not a writer. I don't know what to write about. I don't know. It's just not something that I like to do. And so, but I do have the blank pages in the back dedicated for me to journal whenever I feel like it. And so we already went through January. So February, this was my cover page for February. And for February, I've only journaled 4 times. And that's okay. I mean, that it is what it is. I mean, that's true life. So February, I only journaled 4 days, and we will start March on this page. So yeah. And then we'll go into the back pages. I actually created a little section for myself back here. And all I did was I'm using these pages, but I also ended up pasting some gray paper on top of you know how in the back pages they have like information that really doesn't pertain to what I need it for. So I just covered it up, and now I use it as my tracker for movies and what we've done each month. So let's go over those pages. So it's the collections of dates, songs, books, movies, and shows, and what I've watched in 2025. And so for February, and I need to start dividing this so I know what month we are in. And here we go. So I need to find a way to, maybe I'll just put like January, February, and then here again, this is January, this is February, this is January, February, January, February. Okay, I should have done that earlier. Oh, you know what? I didn't show you guys my yearly. And actually, I need to cover that up, but I think I'm going to use this as, instead of for books, because usually if I don't read anything, I'm just going to cover it with like washi, and I didn't do it for February. I didn't read anything for February. So I might change this into my fitness tracker to track if I close my rings and my steps. I'm not sure. That's the reason why I kind of left it as is, because I don't want to add things here quite yet. So that's still kind of, I'm still trying to figure that out. Okay, so back to this. I like to write down our dates. So we didn't have a date, but we did have our crab legs dinner. So I wrote that down for Valentine's Day. We track our favorite songs. This month, right now, I am really enjoying the song BMF by SZA. I really like that song. It makes you want to dance. So I asked Hubby, he was like, I'm not sure what my favorite song is this month. So I left that blank because I didn't want to force him to give me, a song. So we just left that blank because he just didn't have a favorite song that month, and that's okay. Favorite books, none for February. And so, yeah, I feel like that's, I don't know. I'm still trying to incorporate books into my life again, but it's hard for me. I really have really bad memory issues, so it's kind of hard for me to read. It's hard because like if I read something, I forget it. Like literally as I'm reading it, I forget it, and it's a trauma response that I'm working through. So, but anyways, and then the favorite movies this month was the movie Here. Both me and my husband love that movie. It has Tom Hanks in it. What we loved about that movie, it's called Here, is the way they story told the movie, the way they directed it, the way and it was only set in one room, the whole entire movie, but it was done beautifully. The cinematics of it was beautiful, and it's one of those movies that just sticks with you. And so that was a favorite movie of ours that we watched in February. And then this is I like to track what we do watch every single day. And so for February, we did pretty good. Like usually we try to watch something every single day. That's just one of our hobbies. And we don't have very many empty spots. We just have a couple, which I definitely want to. We did try to start a movie because we thought we didn't watch it, but then we did. And we're like, oh, I don't want to watch it anymore. And so what I like to do is I like to just kind of fill in those blank spaces. And let's go with this. I just like to get like a washi tape and I just tear it so it's like thin. And I just like to put it just like that. Just so it adds some pretty, and I can actually add maybe something here. Let's do some people. I do have little people here that I can put, let's see, here. Let's do, no, I'm not feeling that. I want maybe some objects. Here, this is cute. Just a little bookcase. Just to add something on there. And then maybe, what else? Maybe a lamp. There we go. I feel like that's missing something. Let's put, again, see, this is a way of me using up my stickers. Oops. So there we go. So yeah. And then last but not least, I do my little stationery card that I my list of things that I want to buy. Now I have to say that I did end up buying a few things, and I will actually have a video on the unboxing of a lot of these. Now I try to buy things in September. I save up the whole year until September, and then I go stationary buying for the new year that I'm going to use for the next year. Now, a lot of these things I actually needed to get, they were actually refills. And so what I had actually added on here was I wanted to get a canvas mount for when I film. So I actually ended up just purchasing it because I was going to wait, but they had a really good sale. So I ended up buying that. And then I just ended up getting a couple of A7 MD notebooks because I needed to buy refills for our pens. And so I went ahead and just thrown that in there just so I can meet the $35 shipping because I don't like paying shipping. And then I did buy a bone tool for folding paper because eventually I want to learn how to bookbind. So I've been slowly been just adding the tools that I need. Obviously, I don't have the time and energy right now to do it, but I know I will in the future. So I've been slowly been putting that. I need to actually add more of the tools that I need. And so that is actually for February. So let me mark that for February. So, okay. Now let's go ahead and just set these up for March really, really quick. For March, I do want to add my favorite. I feel like it's a food. Where's my food sticker? And I was debating between this little blue mitten, which is the cutest, and this teapot, which I love. And then there was another item that I was like, I really like that too. Actually, I think those were the only two, was this and the mitten. But I think I'm gonna go with this one. I really like the color of it and the design on it. So let us go ahead and put it on here for March. There we go. Cute. There is my favorite sticker collection for the month, for each month. Okay, next up, we'll save that for later because I'm not exactly too sure. For March, we're doing, I'm just going to add some stickers to kind of embellish it. And obviously we need food stickers, but I think I'm going to go with, because I have a bunch of food girls here, this right here. I haven't used them, so I think I'm going to add them. Let's see. Because we use these stickers in February, these little stickers, but we haven't used this. So I think I'm going to use this person right here. And I'm just going to put her right there. And I think I need one right here. And I feel like either this one, I feel like because it's big enough, this one or this one. And then there's also this. I think I'm going to go with this one right here. And we're just going to plop her right. Oh, I feel like it's going to, oh, it's okay. We'll just put her as close to the edge as we can. It kind of covers the day, but that's okay. 9, 10, that's fine. That works. What do you guys think? I think that looks cute. I might want to add maybe, I need one more. I feel like I need one more, maybe of food. Let's look in the food area. Something in the corner, something that kind of goes with, here, let's do this. I think that's cute. Put it right here. Okay, so this is all set up for our menu planning, or for our dinners for March. And then as we eat the food, I'm going to obviously be adding, the little extra stickers. But so far, we've just got kind of the base. All right, and so for March, we're not into March yet, but let's go ahead and set this up with you guys. I'm not sure if you guys see me set up my March pages. And let's go with, I usually just make my lines as is, and it's super easy. I don't like to overcomplicate my process, because if I do, I end up not continuing it. It's just the truth for me, at least. If it's too complicated, I won't stick it out. And so I try to not overcomplicate, try to make the process simpler, prepare in advance. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this has 6 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then Sunday only has 5 squares, which is fine. So there we go. We've gotten our lines. And then I like to use, this is my go-to stamp. It's from the Raw Market shop. I like it because it's all right there, and I like the font type. And so let us do this, and I'll probably speed through this so you're not watching me do this in real time, because it might take too long. All right, so let's go ahead and start with Monday. I am not like a perfectionist. You probably will hear this a lot in my videos. I really am not. I like the wabi-sabi of things. I like just how it is. I don't try to make it perfect. I don't try to make it super, super neat, because that is not me. I am messy most of the time. And I just like to, and I'm impatient. Just want to get it done. All right, so Monday is the 3rd. So I will go ahead and stamp the 3rd. Ooh, that was a bad one. Okay, that is not okay, but we will leave it as is. I should have done it on the top. And actually, I'll probably just go ahead and do this on the top, and then I'll just cover that up with a sticker when the time comes. There we go. Six, 7. Oh, and the stamp that I actually use, the ink, I know some people are wondering, and I've already put this in some of my videos, but this is the ink that I like to use, is the Shashihata in the black ink. I like this ink. All right, so we got March for next week all set up. The next thing that we do need to set up is for my journaling pages. And what I like to do is I will add the tabs for it, which I need to get, and I keep it in this book. It's usually, where is it? Here it is. So I've already started using the March, so I'm in March. So this is going to be the March start page. So let me go ahead. And so I already have this marked for my as the months. And so what I'm doing is I'm flipping it and using, instead of using the words, I am just using the numbers, just so it's not all the same. And the way I do this is I just kind of eyeball it. Again, I'm not super, there we go. Can you see me? All right, there we go. So that is, actually, don't like how that looked. There we go. That's a little bit better for March. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and decorate this. I used that for March, and I feel like March is more springy. So let's do this. It's the first thing I saw because I think of spring. This will be for March. Love that. And then let us put this girl on here. No, I don't want to put that. I feel like this is one that, or we could just leave it at that. It doesn't have to be too crazy. Let's see if we got any florals that we want to put in there. No, I think that's good. I like that. And so I'm just going to put March. I'm just going to stamp March on here. Oops. Grabbed more than I should. I'm just going to stamp March. Now, where do I want to stamp this? I feel like the bottom or top? I think the bottom. March. There we go. Cute. I mean, super simple. Let's see. Yep, and maybe a quote. Let's do a quote on there. Let's see. Do a quote. Maybe something in the lines of, let's see. Let's just do this. Something good will happen to you today. There we go. There is my March cover page, and then I will journal on this part. And I think that is everything that I need to prepare. I hope that I have, oh yes, phew. I already did March when I added, so it looks like I'm going to have to add the lines in April. So that's something I'm going to have to do later on, but March is already done, so it's already set up for what we're going to watch for March. And that is it. I hope you guys liked this little chatty catch up on what we're doing for March and what has stayed in my collection. Let me move all this stuff aside. February was pretty chill. I mean, like I said, there were some health things that made it kind of low energy for me. And hopefully here's to March for more energy and, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is everything that I am working with this for this month. We're not doing that fitness tracker. We're going to add it on. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tour and check-in for February. And I will see you guys at the end of March. See you in the next one. Bye.